mean, what exactly would she need to know?
Well, pretty much, Katrina wants to know, like, everything. She doesn't know, that's a bat. She doesn't know anything about it, really, except not to use fire.
Alright, if you want to survive, and this is just theoretical to a point of practicality.
Yeah?
So, you would get weapons that don't make noise, typically.
Like bats.
Like knives,
bats, crowbars.
Really, if you want distance and you don't want to be hassled by anything, you would get a sword, but that's pretty freaking
tough to learn.
That's a specific thing to get.
Yeah.
It's hard to get a hold of.
You can't just break into somebody's house and then find a sword.
No. So you get the silent weapons. If you have to, you use a gun.
Yeah.
Because that's a quick, efficient way to get it done.
Yeah.
To kill a zombie.
I mean,
yeah.
Like, say if you're like, say you want to survive, but you don't have nerves of steel, and you're like really afraid of close combat, like Mike.
Yeah, Mike is like that. But if you're afraid of close combat, then you just use your wits. You use your smarts.
Yeah. You see, guys, the thing about a zombie apocalypse is that it's not a fucking game. You don't have to kill any zombies. You could survive a whole entire zombie apocalypse
without lifting a finger.
Yeah, and you'd still win.
Yeah. They can't see through doors, just like people can't see through doors.
Yeah.
So close the doors. Don't make noise. If you're like a pacifist, this would work for you. Mm-hmm. And be quiet. Be quiet and stay under the radar.
And for God's sake, don't have sex.
Yeah, sex is like the leading cause of death in any zombie or horror movie. Typically, life, it'll get you in trouble too. Mm-hmm. And it definitely puts strain on relationships.
You hear that, guys? So, pretty much, be smart. Don't be dumb. And when it comes to hunting, learn how to make snares. Learn how to cut your meat. Don't use the same weapons you use to kill animals you use to kill zombies, because that'll get you infected like snap.
And eat your meat raw if you want to conserve it. If you cook it, you lose all the nutritional value.
But there's the thing, like lots of animals have parasites that don't get killed.
Regardless, would you rather be fed and healthy or sick and dying?
Yeah, but I'm going to be sick and dying if I eat it raw.
Sick and dying and healthy. Or maybe not healthy. Sick and dying is not optional healthy, I guess.
If I have hookworm and I'm in a zombie apocalypse, I'm pretty sure... Well, okay, here... Well, with me, like, I'm good at all this stuff, so I plan ahead. First of all, buy canned goods in bulk, first off. Don't start hunting immediately. Give some time for the animals to get used to the fact that there are no more people ever. And so they can come in and they can repopulate.
Don't trust people.
Don't trust anyone, really.
If there are people alive in a zombie apocalypse, it is because they have either betrayed someone's trust in order to leave them behind and get away themselves, or they did some killing themselves. Mm-hmm. It's impossible to survive and be out meeting people like you would meet someone in a zombie apocalypse if they didn't survive by killing or betraying someone. So you can't just assume the person standing next to you is going to be that person that you're going to be surviving with for the rest of the time during the apocalypse. That person did something to survive.
Even if they're your friends, like even if you had like a strong group, like eventually someone will do something to either fuck you up or betray you.
Yeah. Because people are weak. Human beings are inherently weak. They're gonna like cheat and lie and put you in a position where you're the victim and they are the survivor.
Yep.
True. Take advantage.
Yeah.
People are worse than zombies in that sense.
Yeah, that's why you can't trust survivors that you don't know. Well, you can't trust anyone, like I just said. And
while typically you would be best on your own, you would have to say goodbye to no one. There is also the fact that you could die alone. Mm-hmm. Dying alone is not so much of a fear as it is the reality of what's going to happen to everyone.
Yes.
So if you're alone when you're lone wolf surviving, you won't be afraid to die typically. Mm-hmm. But if you're with people, there's always that chance that you lose those people that you love or like, and respect. And respecting someone and having them die on you is the worst feeling you can have.
Yep. Like, see, that's why, like, because your brother's not anywhere in your story.
Nope.
You don't.
I don't respect him at all, though, except for his obnoxious and shamelessness.
But yeah, so pretty much you're on your own.
Yeah.
And people need to get used to the fact that being alone isn't all that bad. You need to coach yourself in silence.
It's not. And if you are gonna have relationships during a zombie apocalypse, it's gonna help to not have these issues like abandoning issues.
Yes.
Like you have these space issues like self-securities and stuff where you think you don't want to get too close because they're gonna step away the next day or it could not last. And you're one of these romantic types, take advantage of it. It's like, it may be the last thing you ever do, but at least it'll be the last thing you ever wanted to do and have it happen.
But yeah, this is all pretty deep stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, I think sometimes when I'm off of school and it's like the weeknight, it's like a weekend and it's late at night, I'm just like, what am I doing with my life? Look at my life, look at my choices. But then I think about it really hard and I'm like, nah, I'm doing the right thing.
When you are so close to death, the only things that you know for certain is that the last thing you say is going to be true.
Yeah.
Unless you're lying, unless you're someone that you're particularly trying to hide something from. The last thing you do is you're going to want to be completely honest, so you can be forgiven for anything you've done while you were alive. And trust me, if you're going to be alive during a zombie apocalypse, you've done something unforgivable to do.
Whether that's killing young children or even your own mother.
Yes. You could spare yourself the pain of taking care of someone who would worry about you and have you being worried if you killed them. It may make sense now, but you're going to regret it later. Let them either die on their own and say goodbye in their own terms, or you don't say goodbye and you kill them yourself.
Like, and for God's sake, if you're gonna be like the Walking Dead, if you have children with you, teach them how to use a fucking weapon.
Yeah, don't shelter them and tell them it's gonna be okay and have them believe it. If they believe it,